Hello everybody, welcome back. Sorry for the break for dinner, but food and noms. Sorry we're running late, but food and noms.
Yeah, everything was going a little slowly out there.
Yeah, sorry.
Not your fault they were going slowly. Tea was busy.
Yeah.
Pizza needed to cook their pepperoni.
Yeah. And we were busy reading Blue Sky posts.
Something like that.
Yeah, I'm happy. Joe Cat's been on Blue Sky for a bit now, which is happy making, but I found out Dinmo Strong Huge was on Blue Sky as well, so yay, I get to follow him now too.
Winning!
Yes, very winning. Yeah, it's pretty much you, me, and AFK action. Woohoo!
The duck of AFK.
And back to MSQ.
We are back at MSQ.
Hey, Zakawa. You keep telling yourself that, kid.
That was a pretty nice shot, right?
You keep saying that, kid.
It was.
Yes, it was. But
Knocked a gun out of a guy's hand with a rubber bullet. On track. Aaronville is relieved to see everything set to rights. Now that we have the bracelet, let us return to... yeah. Let us return to Shishinowezi Springs. Will you be staying there long? I'd like to give you a proper thanks after I find my friends. We weren't planning on it, but there's no need to rush. We'll see you at the Springs, then.
with a spring in our step?
I'll catch up to you just as soon as I've taken care of my friends.
Yeah, get them out of jail. They look sad there.
Yeah. So is this
On
Dash
the
or
road
Blaze?
again. This is Dash.
Okay. So, we're giving everyone a dash cam?
But a bunch.
At least I am.
God, this music is so... I feel like I'm in a Sergio movie.
Yeah, I still keep wanting to hear it switch over to Bastion. The only place where you will hear spoons and electric guitar in the same piece.
That was a good album.
Mm-hmm. We seriously need to get to Transistor. I refuse to buy the soundtrack until I've tried the game.
Are we coming in the back way? Like
Maybe.
derps? No, we don't want to play with the Neapolitans.
Yeah, just tell them no.
Yeah, I think we came in the back way. Because I didn't read the mini-map correctly.
There was a front way?
Oh look, more side quest.
Oh dear. Would you like a side quest for your side quest?
I'm trying to find a way in with my big blimp. Yep, here's a side quest.
Yep. Working on a full stomach. Yes, that's us. This young man has the furtive air of someone about to make an audacious request. sorry to be a bother, but will you be passing through Luateni Yawasawa anytime soon?
Maybe?
I got those consonants backwards. My pa lives over that way. I've been meaning to pay him a visit, but this job's keeping me busy. A little too busy. Anyway, I was hoping you could tell him from me I'm doing fine and working hard, and let me know if there's anything you need.
Yeah, I can
His
do
name's
that.
Wakepi. Oh dear. His name's Wakepi, and he works down at the kilns. I hate to impose, but I'd be real grateful if you could do me this favor.
We just came from there, didn't we?
Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, look, another side quest and a blue.
I was wondering about that. The blues are always paired, and we only got one.
Yeah, we want to take this crossroad.
And by the way, hi Doodles.
Oh, I need to get my phone out so I can watch chat. Give me a second.
That tells you how well we're doing at the moment.
We're doing well?
Yes. Yes, we are.
This is
We're
news
doing
to
very
me.
well. We got further on Biker Titan.
Yeah, this is true.
Of all things.
There we go. Now I can see chat. We'll get him next week for sure.
You keep telling yourself that.
Daily affirmations. This is a new little area. Hello, Kepi.
Kilns indeed. Okay. Can I help you, stranger? My boy sent you all the way here to tell me that. I was just thinking of going to check up on him myself, so it looks like he saved me a trip. Well, it's good to know he's got steady work. He ain't been fired anyway, so he must be doing something right. You know, we're always eager to learn new ways of doing things, which is why my son threw himself into the cerulean business. Thing is, for those of us still living here upholding our traditions, we worry that young'uns like him are pushing themselves too hard to keep up with all this newfangled technology. I hope he's getting enough rest and eating right. That gives me an idea. Hate to burden you any further. Do you reckon you could take this food to my boy? I reckon a belly full of pemmican will do him more good than a lecture from his old man.
Now, if you mean pemmican beef jerky, yeah, that stuff's a bomb. But if you mean actual pemmican,
Let's not go there.
I mean, it's great when you need it and you have it, but,
Right, this little town.
For those who don't know, pemmican is a type of preserved travel food that is effectively beef tallow mixed with dried berries and nuts. And it is it's mostly used as like a survival and travel food.
Hold on a moment.
But yeah, it appetizing is not the word I would use for it, but it does have all the
Hunger is the
important
best
nutrients.
spice. We've had our fair share of merchants of late, but something tells me you're not here on business. Welcome, friend, to Luateni Yawawasa.
What do you do here?
I'm an artisan by trade, making mostly handiworks of the practical sort. While we Tonawata are primarily hunters and farmers, we're not without traditional wares to offer merchants who visit our village. Our long history of bartering for goods precedes us, however. It's not uncommon for merchants to wrongly assume my stock can be bought for a fraction of its true worth.
What kind of place is this?
This is Luatini-Iawawasa, home of the Tanawata. Roughly translates to sky of soaring hawks in the common tongue. The houses you see here are all painstakingly built with bricks of clay some 100 years ago. Yeah, I know the style. The insides keep surprisingly cool, even with the afternoon sun beating down overhead. Indeed, there's something to be said for the wisdom and ingenuity of our forebears.
As long
That
as
is
you're
not
on seismically stable land.
Yes. That is not to discount the innovations of the present, of course. No few of our tribe have taken an interest in mining of ceruleum. Sight worth seeing if you should have the time. We've seen a lot of mining of ceruleum. A lot of mining of ceruleum.
Hey lass, how can we help you?
Watching Big Brother. After all that traipsing around the desert, you finally have the chance to do something heroic.
Thanks.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Please, somebody help. Me and my brother were cloud fishing and we were attacked by Ye-haw. He told me to run, so I did, but he stayed behind to fight it. He's still down up by the cliffs, and if you hurry, you'll make it in time. You'll go help him, won't you? Yes, we will.
Okay, fine, here we go. You got us.
Yep, there we go. The strapping young lad looks like he has problems. By the way, you might want your ferry out. Or your carbuncle.
So, Mr. Young Lad, do you mind if I call you Strapping? Thank you. If you hadn't turned up when you did, I'd be a goner for sure. I'd better let my sister know I'm alright. Besides, it ain't safe here, so I suggest you head back to town as well. Maybe I'll see you there? Most likely.
Yeah, the bird the pterodactyl definitely has a mouthful. Like, pterodactyl isn't a mouthful.
Seriously, by the time you yell out the name of the thing, it's already carried you off to its nest. Yeah. Oh boy, there's a lot of that here. 626. Some distance.
Yay, we got to shoot something. You did it! My brother's alive, and it's all because of you two.
To see you again. So my sister's the one who sent you to rescue me? Looks like I owe my life to both of you. Truth be told, Ye-haw is the last thing I expected to see. Never mind being attacked by one. They must have expanded their territory or something, so I'd better stay away from the cliff tops for a while. That said, we make our living off the creatures we catch there. so we can't give up on cloud fishing altogether. I suppose the nearest safe spot would be somewhere near the bridge to Tuliolol, which is kind of far from here. Still, better than no fishing at all. Speaking of which, it's time to go snag us some more fish. Thanks again, friends. Stay safe out there, you hear? Time for blue.
Time for blue! I wouldn't be so sure on the herbivores either. Remember, do not pet the fluffy cows. They are not your friend. The fact that every year the park has to say that, and every year people ignore it and try to pet the fluffy cows. Oi!
Fluffy! Meeting of the spirits. If you're planning to explore the local area, you may as well make yourself useful in the process.
Welcome, travelers. I wonder if, while you're out exploring, you might be able to do me a small favor. There's a cave network nearby where my daughter has gone off to offer her prayers, but she's forgotten an ill-tempered fish oil candle.
Try that again.
She's forgotten the all-important fish oil candle.
Thank you.
Da, da, da.
Ill-tempered candle, okay.
Hey! Let's be honest, this is FF14. You can totally see it, can't you?
Fair enough.
I mean, we have bombs for 12 sakes. I would take it to her myself if it weren't for this terrible pain in my foot. Oh, it hurts something fierce, does it does. Do you think you could give her this candle for me? Yes, ma'am.
Well, I think we know what cave this is gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. It's exactly where we think it is.
This surprises me none.
Yeah. So, yeah, you called it.
The entrance was down this way.
Yep.
Yep, there it is. Kenyan bass.
Non-aggressive. Guys are home.
Welcome home. How was the game?
We got some very important stuff done. We did get one thing that I think we all thought we were going to get done. And then we had to kind of cut a little short because Doug was getting a little bit...
Oh, poor Doug.
Yeah, well...
Yeah. Okay.
Software is instant pump.
Ooh.
And it pump didn't know what to do with the software. So it just stopped pumping instantly.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah.
Not no good at all.
Yeah, so he was...
Yeah, he needs to get on that game besides.
And,
By the way, Octi and Doodles say hello.
hello!
Yes.
So we kind of...
And hey, Octi.
I mean, game session broke for dinner, and he'd been really, really focused on, his part of the game and everything. And then suddenly it's like he wasn't focused on that anymore, and suddenly he just went crash.
Yeah.
Roseanne, get him home.
Get him to where he needs to be. With Timmy.
Folk have plenty of theories about what these images mean. Some think they're a record of what our ancestors saw in their day-to-day lives. Others think they might depict another world entirely. All I know is my wife used to love coming here to look at them. That's the only thing that matters to me.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see because of the shadow, but there are petroglyphs.
Lots of them.
Give me a second. I'm trying to... Okay, lizard and hand and bird. Yeah, nothing I can really discern. Well, that might be a Makote right there.
Hold on a moment. Wow, it's even dimmer on here. Which direction are you looking currently?
Northwest.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, probably.
Yeah, there's another one there.
Water.
I bet you that's a caracol.
Probably.
Not sure of this one up here. Yeah. Excuse me. Hand.
Yep.
Some sort of bird, maybe a rock, maybe a
pterodactyl.
maybe
We've
a
got
pterodactyl.
them in the area. The circle with a plus in it is the traditional astrological symbol for Earth, but that's a European thing.
Yeah.
And above the main circle there is definitely the sun.
Yeah, that the
one's
sun
obvious.
with the symbol of Azim in the center.
Well, that's also the standard astrological symbol for the sun.
Yeah. Okay then. Contemplative woman. Something I can help you with? Yeah, you forgot your fish oil candle.
Made from a combination of fish oil and aromatic herbs, it has a distinctive yet not unpleasant aroma. Fishy.
Fishy, fishy.
F is for fishy.
You came all the way to deliver this? I'm awfully grateful for to you, and to my ma for realizing I'd forgotten to bring the candle. You see, these caverns are sacred grounds. When we come here to pray to our ancestors, and the more recently deceased, these flames provide a living way. These flames provide the living a way to commune with the dead. And thanks to you, I can light a candle of my own and say a little prayer. Since you're here, maybe you can stand before the flames and offer a few words to your departed loved ones. It doesn't matter where you're from. All the spirits are welcomed here, living or dead.
We've seen some of them comparatively recently.
She is in deep in prayer and pays you no further heed.
Let's back to the thing, but while we're here...
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay. Back through the cave. God, I hope they don't make me mine in here. You know they will.
Yes, they will. You've had to mine in far, far worse places.
Yeah, it just feels bad mining on sacred ground, you know?
Yeah, hopefully it'll be towards the front of the tunnels, if anything.
Knock on wood. We're gonna nope on out of here.
Please do.
Oh, we're going the wrong way.
Again.
I know, that trick never works. Welcome back. I'm guessing you were able to find my daughter, no doubt in her usual spot. She never was one to do things the easy way. You know, as much as a stickler for tradition as she is, she actually works for the railroad company. Still, I gotta hand it to her. She manages to work towards a promising future without losing sight of her roots. I'm sure proud of her, but don't tell her I said that, will you? Wouldn't want her getting a big head or nothing.
Of course not.
Well, I'd say me and that daughter of mine have taken up enough of your time, but it was awful nice meeting you. Thanks a million for helping us out. We're not in it for the coin, ma'am. Just the XP.
We're in it for the XP. Now, back to main story?
Nope,
No,
we've
we
got
still
one
need to
more turn in.
Deliver that one, yep. Back to where we started.
And that town did not have an Aetheryte.
Nope.
Yeah, I am really close to level, aren't I?
Oh, good. Yeah, you'll certainly get it out of this. Ah, you're back. Did you meet my paw?
Sure did.
Here, pemmican. Containing dried meat and fruit, pemmican has long been a staple of Zakturali cuisine. Cuisine and pemmican, traditional pemmican, might be a little strong.
Well, I don't know. Traditional pemmican, which was actually made by the Native Americans, was actually kind of decent. It's the European pemmican that they sent out on all the Arctic voyages and exploration that was like...
Okay.
I mean, it worked. It kept people healthy, it kept people fed, it kept people full of their vitamins and minerals they needed, but taste was lacking. Texture was lacking too.
Nutrition by the lowest bidder.
Yes.
He sent you back here to deliver this? As if I hadn't asked you enough of you already. It's pemmican. I used to practically live on this stuff back in Luwatan Yawosa. I'm getting closer, maybe. This will give me enough strength for a whole day's work, maybe another day's after that. Can't tell you how much I appreciate all you've done for me.
Bam!
And back to main class.
And I got no ability.
Oh.
Actually, it's an upgrade.
Yeah, that'd be about... Yeah, there's been a lot of those. Especially at the low-level break points. 92, 93.
Interesting. It is an AoE.
Eee.
But it upgrades it from a single target, and The AoE actually upgrades into something bigger.
Okay then. I can't wait until I get a chance to see that. Machinist is lovely.
Hold on.
Yep.
Okay, 160 for the first enemy and 50% less for all the remaining enemies.
Now, what did it upgrade from? I.e., what was the original? No.
Gauss round.
Wow. Don't really remember that one.
That's the one with the really short cast time, recharge time. It's an instant with a 30.
Actually, hold on a second. Machinist. Okay. It's the charged. Single target. And they turned it into an AoE?
Well, here's
they
the
already
weird.
have Ricochet?
Well, Ricochet upgraded 2 to an AoE, but
Well, Ricochet is the AoE one.
yeah, and they upgraded Ricochet 2 to another ability called Checkmate, and I'm trying to
Right.
discern the difference between the two, and I'm not seeing a difference between the two.
Let's see if I can find them. Okay, so double check is the one that is Gauss round. So Gauss round currently has 3 charges. It takes 30 seconds to charge up, and is a single target 130. Double check probably does the same things, except that it goes from 130 to 160, and now it does the AoE thing.
Yeah, 50% less for all remaining targets.
Ricochet. Yeah, within like 5 yalms, yeah. So, and Ricochet is 130 and 50% less. Checkmate, okay. So, double check and checkmate are now basically identical, though they do have separate sets of charges. Which means the difference between checkmate and Ricochet is the base power went from 130 to 160.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Why are they giving me 2 abilities when they do the exact same thing?
Yeah, well, the main thing is they both have 3 charges and they're separate sets of charges. And, of course, if you go into Hypercharge, Blazing Shot will recharge both of them. So you can just pour out all sorts of AoE through that now.
Well, it's not just that. Because originally, the thing is that neither of them, 130.
Yeah, they both went from 130 to 160, and one of them gained the AoE in the process.
The problem is now I need to completely rethink my bar and how I deal with them, because originally one was an AoE version of the other, and they shared a cooldown.
I suppose so. But the main thing, because they have the very short cooldown, is they have charges, and the charges are separate.
The problem here is that
I know you have one of them on one of your bars and the other on your AoE bar.
And now it's acting like I should be using all of them during a burst round.
Yeah,
I think.
which is generally how I've been doing it already. So I am well set up for when I finally get Machinist to 92, which will be forever at this rate.
So instead of giving us 2 different upgrade abilities, why don't they just give us a single ability with a 6-stack?
That would be kind of nice, but yeah.
And why
not what they're doing. And of course,
this does
they
not make
are
sense.
They are still, separate things up until 92, because one is single target and the other is multi-target up until you hit 92, when they both become multi-target. It's an interesting upgrade. I think they're trying to lean on Machinist being a bit more of an AoE monster. Kind of like Dancer.
Well,
With,
also
of course,
with how the
brand single target ability with reassembled.
Well, the
drill
other thing
and
is
air
the way
anchor.
they have it currently for Gauss and Ricochet. It's like how do I want to put it? It's like they expect us to use both of them at the same time
Yes.
for single target.
Well,
Because
it's
Ricochet does the same damage for the first
Yes.
enemy as a
Yes.
single target does, so what's the point in holding it for multiple targets?
The main reason why you would hold Ricochet is just so that you have all 3 charges available when you have a multi-target situation.
This really
think you're about
screws
to-
up my bar system.
Yeah, because you are so strongly segregating your single and multi-target to cut down on the number of buttons you have to worry about, which makes sense, but yeah, here they are really screwing with it on you.
Yeah, and it actually makes
My layout has
checkmate-
traditionally had it so that I use both, so I will be fine when I get there, but yeah, it is definitely messing with how you do things.
Yeah, because originally they both shared the same charges and cooldown.
They have not shared charges for quite a while, possibly since before I actually took Machinist. Certainly before I got to the point where I had both abilities, which is 50.
Because this makes it actually really hard on my hand for the burst round
Yeah.
I've been doing lately.
Yeah.
Which is trading back and forth between Blazing Shot. Doing Blazing Shot and then filling with Gauss or Ricochet.
Would it be possible for you to set up a macro where you just trade between the two every time you hit the button?
No.
Darn. Because that would actually be a very interesting macro if it could be pulled off.
Technically I can, but because of the timing on it,
Yeah.
because macros only go off on whole seconds. Yeah, it's...
Okay,
This
let
does
me
not
get
make
back
me
on this.
happy, so...
Yeah. No. It will make me happy when I get there, because I am already using Machinist the way they kind of want you to now.
Well, I thought I was using it correctly! And-
To a certain extent you were, for an older model of Machinist, basically.
It's like AoE should be for AoE and single target should be for single target.
Yeah,
And
but
if you're
at
gonna
least
do
for a long
both,
time,
don't have it
kinda had
separated
that one
to-
crossing over.
2 different models. Aaronville?
They were understandably worried, but I've told them of what happened in Husatawi. Our minor adventure made for quite the tale.
Well, Welcome back. I'm glad to hear those bandits got what they deserve.
Mm-mm. Yes, angry smudge noises.
My bracelets.
I have had enough of those overclass changes myself.
Thank you. Thank you so much. This is more than just a gift. It's a part of me that I could never hope to replace. Truly, Uklamat is blessed to have such devoted friends.
Well, I wouldn't quite put it that way. I prefer to think of us more as long-standing acquaintances. Bert.
Regardless of how you choose to describe it, there is no denying the depths of your bond, though I'm sure you'll continue to do so.
Yes, you will.
Can't say I'm surprised by the deputy chief turned out to be the bandits' leader. I always knew something wasn't right about him.
An easy claim to make with the gift of hindsight. He has a point. There you are! The real Daybreakers have arrived. I'd like you to meet my two best friends, Kuikana and Liwine.
If it wasn't for you believing in Zakawa and doing what you did, we'd still be locked up. You have no idea how satisfying it was to see that bastard Wahuti put behind bars.
We never gave up hope that Zakawa would find a way to get us out. He always was the best of the Daybreakers. Glad he was able to convince you to go along with his plan. Unfortunately, our group is smaller now and lacking strength besides. Some outlaws might see us as an easy target. Even so, if anyone should give the Dust Watch the slip, the Daybreakers will be there. We'll train night and day so no one will get the better of us ever again. Isn't that right?
Right. And you'll teach us how to draw your pistol so fast, won't you?
Well, we won't need a duel if all goes as it should. But on the off chance it doesn't, we'd best make sure everyone can match or beat my speed. We owe you a great debt, and one of these days I'll be sure to repay it. On that, you have my word. Until we meet again.
If you'll excuse me, I shall find a quiet place to rest.
Good luck in
As
this
I'll
zone.
be here a while yet, though, do let me know if there's any way I can be of an assistance.
Were you not planning to take the train home?
Oh, train service has been suspended. Didn't I tell you?
No! You mentioned no such thing.
Something about the tracks being damaged in the last quake. The tunnel was closed off as well.
Oh. Again? An earthquake? It must have happened when we were still down south.
There have been quite a few tremors as of late, and a rather large one struck not long before you two arrived. I can only hope no one was hurt. At any rate, if you want to know when the service will resume, you could speak with the station master yourself.
Let's do that. The station is just over there. And Doodles, that's Mr. Yutz to you.
I'd like to believe the train will be up and running again soon.
Okay, animals going wild, earthquakes. I'm really starting to be unhappy about this.
Railroad engineer.
I'm sorry, but there's nothing we can do with the tracks as they are. Go.
Quee! Quee!
Get off of Bert.
Quee!
You're not one of his pigeons. It seems people aren't too happy about the train delays.
I'm so sorry, but we're not sure when the train will be running again.
You've got to be joking. Of all the places to get stuck at on the way.
Please don't tell me you've come to complain too.
Less complain and more inquire.
We heard that the earthquake had caused disruptions and wanted to ask when operations would resume. But I see that it will be a while yet.
I'm afraid so. Too few hands for too much work. It's time-consuming enough to inspect the tracks after every quake, but this last one we got after the succession ceremony was massive. Made a mess of a whole bunch of railroad ties.
Really? After the succession ceremony?
She said
The
it was
succession
recent.
ceremony.
Just
We would
before
have been
we
in
got
Toriola at
into
the
the
time.
zone. I'm not liking this music.
If it was as violent as you say, we should have felt it as well.
I have to admit, it was a touch strange,
Yeah.
having seen my fair share of tremors. If I had to describe it, it felt more like the rumbling from an explosion.
Oh boy.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Seriously? You're offering to help?
What about you, my friend? If you'd rather strike out on your own, I understand.
Though, if you were willing to lend us a hand too, we'd be truly tremendously grateful.
Hello, Live Swing.
Thank you so much. I'm Shenza, by the way.
That was the
Pleasure to
most
make your
hesitant
acquaintance.
mod I've seen yet.
If you would please step inside, I can introduce you to everyone.
Yeah, we're here to help. It's what we do.
Sorry for dragging you into this.
No,
Why
no.
are we getting Hildebrand music? Yes, hi
There they
live.
are. That's them, the two volunteers. Walika is our station master, and over there is our top driver, Nitoikwe.
Pause for a second. He looks familiar. I think we've met his counterpart on the first.
And this grizzled mug is Zopia, an engineer who joined around the same time as me.
Yeah, this group looks familiar. Funny how that works
Much
out.
obliged for the help. I'll make it worth your while, I promise.
No, nothing's the matter at all. You happen to be a fan of trolleys.
Yeah! I called it!
Something the matter?
You sure did.
No, nothing's the matter.
No, I'm gonna ask.
Would you happen to be a fan of trolleys?
Trolleys?
Trolleys, they're fine, I suppose, but they're no match
but
for
they're
a
no match for
cerulean-powered
our
engine.
cerulean-powered
Yeah, they
engine.
have something better.
Yeah, that's what he just said. You talked over him.
Oh, sorry.
She's absolutely glorious, let me
I thought
tell
you
you.
had already
If
done
you'd
the
like
other
to
one.
bask in her beauty, well, you should visit the depot behind the platform.
Right then. What I'd like you two to do is help us procure timber. We'll be using it to fashion new railroad ties, so it needs to be the strongest stuff we can get. In these parts, that means the trees in the Piata-Yonan Plain. It is Hetsaro territory, though, so we need to get their permission first. Come on, no time to waste.
All the people to run into.
Yeah, I totally called that.
Oh yeah.
Really, Boko? Really?
Work.
Right, we've got work to be getting on with ourselves. Shinza.
We'll be ready to handle that timber when you and the chief get back. With your help, we'll get the railroad operating again. And then you'll have the chance to see your engine in motion. It's poetry, I tell you. Though no small numbers live in Shaolani, I must confess that I've never visited the home of the Hetsaro. As they largely live in accordance with older traditions, I suspect they may have a dim view of the railroads.
It depends on how much creating the railroad stepped on their tradition.
One with nature. Aaronville is eager to be off to the Piarionan Plain. Come, let's follow Walika. There's another station on the way, so be sure to drop in. Train will be in the depot, but you can still see it from the outside. Quite taken with the sleek design of the head end myself, though if you peek through the windows you can probably catch a glimpse of... Enough jabbering, Shinjo. Yeah, thanks to these two, we finally have some real work to do, so let's get to it.
Yeah, some things don't change.
We'll see you later. I suppose there's no harm in stopping at the station. It's on the way, after all. Hi, Urza.
Quay!
High Plains, Urza.
Quay!
Yeah, I know. Too much dust for you.
206 to the east.
Fair skies, and it's still kind of brown on the horizon. Stop that, you.
Ah, there it is. Backside of the rail yard. Should have figured.
Okay. And yeah, that is an honest to goodness turntable.
Yeah.
Nice little depot they have. Water tower.
Yep, that's a choo-choo.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I must confess, the train is an impressive sight. How easy it must be to ship goods throughout the wilds now. Right. Mewa Headstone should be to the northeast of here. Let's continue on.
406 to the southeast.
Sadly, there's no train simulator in this game, so Baron's favorite channel won't ever come here.
Nope.
Or one of his favorites. Now, for living traditionally, they do have an aetheryte. Such beauty! I know more than a few gleaners who would love to explore this land. Ah, there you are. The village is just up ahead. Truth be told, I have never had direct dealings with the people of Me-wa-hetsoan, but I do know that their traditions mean a great deal to them, as does the land. And Cinny. Ah, such clean, lovely air. It feels like a treat after the overpowering ceruleum of Shinzen-nwezi Springs. The waters nearby are just as pristine. It's a paradise for people and animals both. I'm glad you appreciate the blessings of nature as we do. Greetings, travelers, and welcome. I'm Hawato, chief of the Me-wa-hetsoan. This is my son, Shipeto. A pleasure to meet you. I thank you for the warm welcome, and apologize for our sudden intrusion. I'm Walika, station master of Zakatral Railing. The recent earthquake has damaged our tracks, and we require timber to make repairs. This is Rylea, Theron, and Aaronville, who have volunteered to assist us with the restoration effort. You have a most curious air about you. Oil and steel, tanned leather, and the faintest hint of meadows awash with unfamiliar flora.
I have
gather you're
something
not
different
from these
there.
lands? Okay.
He calls me roses of a most unusual variety. No,
He
we are
knows a
not
track
from
when
these
he sees one.
lands. Ooh. I'm a traveler of the star.
Yeah. Truly, I would love to know more of you and the lands you've seen. There's been a lot. I am told your people hold your traditions in the highest, yet I gather you are curious about those of others as well. But of course, nature is boundless, as is our love for her lands and her children. The Hetso, in particular, have done much to guide our way of life. We are where to hunt, to gather, to lay our heads. The Hetso teach us all these things and more. It is for that reason, I believe, that we are attuned to the shifting winds around us. I see. That word Hetso, it means leader of souls in the Hetsaro tongue, does it not? It does. There are many creatures revered as Hetso among the Hetsaro. Here, we look to the Ronique for guidance. However, as you may have gleaned from our use of aetherites, while we are committed to our traditions, this does not mean we reject all outside influences. That said, there are certain things that give us pause. We will furnish you with the timber you require, but first, as neighbors in this land, we ask that you indulge us in a discussion. We'd be glad to, of course. Wonderful. You do not often receive guests income from such a long way, and my son is always so delighted to hear their tales. Now, if you'll follow me. Earwiggle.
Yes, the adorable Makote Earwiggle. Ask for it by name. It's the main reason to play Makote is that Earwiggle. There are no... I mean, the Hrothgar can't do the Earwiggle. I most certainly can't do the Earwiggle. And unfortunately, the Viera can't do the Earwiggle either. It's just a Makote. Oh, up. Over here.
Aha! And have we touched the Aetheryte?
Not yet.
Okay. Guess I wasn't close enough? No, I wasn't close enough. Mewa Hetsoan. This village is home to a family of Hetsaro who have taken the Ronik as their guiding animal. As the name implies, the land where the Hetso graze is a nomadic settlement. The tents struck and pitched over and over as they follow the seasonal migration of the Ronik. Okay, let us go touchy-touchy.
We shall go touchy-touchy. Touchy-touchy. Tawi? I know the fish will be done soon, but I'm so goddamn hungry!
Why did you have to bring up fish? Now I'm hungry.
I just need to wait a while longer. Tepsi? Welcome, stranger. Whatever it is you seek here in Ye-haw Hetson, I hope that you find it.
What do you do here?
I am the village listener. By opening my ears to the voice of nature, I strain to hear what ill wind begins to blow, that I might keep our people and our Hetso safe from danger. Other Hetsaro look to different animals for guidance, but here we follow the Ronik. We care for them as they care for us.
What kind of place is this?
The name, Ye-haw Hetson, means land where the Hetso graze, after the Ronik who make their home here. Not in the village, you understand. The Ronik are nomadic animals, and the herd roams far and wide across the grasslands as the seasons change. As they do, we move with them. That is why we make our homes of sticks and skins rather than bricks and boards, that we might pack up and follow the Hetso. Wherever the Roanoke roam, that place is Ye-haw Hetson. And you
Other
move
than
the
the fact that-
Aetheryte with it. Gotcha.
Yeah.
And it's a
And
major
you think
Aetheryte,
we'll-
too.
Yeah. And do you think we'll ever see the place actually move?
No.
Yeah.
Ah, that is actually fairly close to a proper Native American pipe.
We've done at least some of their work here.
Aaronville?
Fair amount from what I'm seeing. This tent is made with the hide and bones of Ronik. I wonder what else they are used for here.
You are correct, Orca. Or he was from one of the tribes of Hetso.
Yeah.
Maybe not this particular one, but
And they may have followed a different animal. If If they follow their own unique with the seasons, it makes sense that they would live in tents that can be broken down and transported easily. Yeah, what about that aetheryte? That's a heck of a thing to put in a wagon, and I don't think they use wagons. Say, do you like to hunt? And what weapons do you like to use?
Curious kid is curious.
Mm-hmm. I will speak frankly. We fear the winds of change will soon bring misfortune to the land. The Ronique have made the potential for danger plain. As you may have heard, their temperament has become erratic of late. A stableman near Hutsatawi mentioned that. Do you know what has caused this? We have our suspicions. Since others were drawn to this land by cerulean, Shaolani has undergone a transformation. And the railroads are part of that. As strong and resilient as they may seem, Ronique are sensitive creatures. The roar of the train as it thunders through the plains may well cause them distress. As my father said, we do not necessarily reject outside influences or innovations, but in this we can't help but worry. Understandably, I thank you for being forthright. This matter concerns not only the Hetsaro, but all of Shaolani. Perhaps we should bring it to the attention of Val Koana. Val Koana, you say? We know him only through rumors, but he is apparently... how shall I put this? Hard-headed and aloof. He values technological advancement and efficiency to the detriment of all else. He's... learning. Mind your tongue, Shiphedo. While there is a grain of truth to the rumors, he is not nearly as bad as they make him out to be.
After all he wants to do is help his people. He's a bit awkward, so he tends to get misunderstood.
Okay. I was thinking of the first one.
That is also true. But he is a
we'll
bit
go
awkward still.
Yes. Is that so? As we admittedly have never met him ourselves, perhaps we were too quick to judge his intentions.
And he's getting better.
Rightly, I fought beside Val Koana in the right of succession. I had to take her word over rumors. You took part in the right of succession?
A little?
You're that close to the Dawn Servants? I was grateful for any help, but had no idea I'd recruited bona fide heroes. It's a living.
This is what we do.
The succession of Dawn Servants filled us with uncertainty for the future, but there's clearly much we do not know. The country got the best new Dawn Servants it could get. On this particular occasion, the winds of change are not meant to be feared. No, we must open our hearts and minds that we might see Val Koana for who he truly is. Do you think he might visit someday? Just as his father offered us guidance, I'm hopeful he will do the same. Thank you for hearing and allaying our concerns. I'm glad we could speak. As for your timber, we have freshly cut logs near the lake. Please, take all that you require. The problem is you want them for railroad ties, they require a lot of treatment and seasoning. We're terribly grateful. I promise we'll keep the Ronique foremost in our minds as we continue working on the railroad. And if needs be, we'll seek Valquana's counsel. My thanks again for your time in the timber. We shall endeavor to return the favor. I hope to see you again soon. Well, so far so good. We must talk again soon. Next time, perhaps, on a hunt together.
Sure.
You'll come back, won't you? There's so much I'd like to know about the lands beyond Tural. Yeah. Just wait until we get around to telling you about Ultima Thule.
The land of existential dread. Oh, hold up. On target.
Eight Ceratopraptors. Yep, 8 Ceratopraptors.
These are interesting critters.
Yeah, is this a new model?
I think they're loosely based on, believe it or not, pucks.
That would make sense.
Need one more.
Over this way, yeah. Okay. We have to carry all of this back to the station.
Oh, come on, you've got the arms for it. You're a cleaner.
Yeah, all his weight limit is occupied by that backpack. We have more than enough timber to fix the ties. Now we need to transport it to the station, which will be a bit more involved than I thought. I didn't expect we'd be given so much. Mind waiting here a spell while I round up a few more hands and a Ronique? It won't be long. I'm glad that went well. And thankfully, it seems we won't need to make several trips for the timber. Weapon coffer.
Hold up.
Definitely hold up.
Oh, yeah! Hello!
Oh my, including one and a place we haven't been to yet.
I assume we'll have a quest that'll point us
Yeah.
out there.
So 2 in the village, including a blue, 2 back at the station, 1 off in the Here Be Dragons, and that seems to be it for the moment. So another 5.
Okay, let's
And it's still level 96 questing. Figure we should be getting to 97 soon. Or actually,
Riff,
no,
get
wait.
your fluffy butt
Yeah.
back here.
No. I was thinking 95. We have hit 96. Okay.
Gold's first.
Oh, also.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, Kirby. Time to shift down.
Around here, I'm just gonna stay as machinist.
That counts as shifting down. 92. The horns that bind us. The stern Hetsaro has something both pointy and poignant for you to deliver. Hail, traveler. If you're bound for Husatawi, I have a favor to ask. Could I get you to deliver this polished horn to my sister? You'll find her tending the field on the outskirts of town. She shouldn't be hard to recognize. We have the same hair color.
By the way, I think that was actually supposed to be mine, but oh well.
I wasn't sure.
It
I
could
to
be
keep my camera out for one thing.
Yeah.
All the way down there. Ah.
Speaking of which, northeast. West.
Okay.
130 to the west, so
Oh. Should be close.
northwest, 100 yalms.
There it is.
Ah!
Aha. Thanks, Rosa.
Quake way!
Okay.
How are we doing on Aether Currents? 3 to go of discoverables.
And 3 to go for quest, and we've seen one of the blues already.
And of course, the last blue will be the quest exiting the zone.
Yes, but that implies that we're starting to get relatively close to that. Because we're soon to be at 3 out of 5 on the questables. So the next time we get side quests, we'll probably get the 4th. And that implies that the leaving the zone quest won't be long after.
Oh, what can I do for you?
Polished horn. This horn ornament has been polished within an inch of its life, yet remains perilously pointy.
Ah, this horn. I knew this day would come, but it's sad to think he's no longer with us. I appreciate the delivery nonetheless. I hate to ask you any more of you, but there's something I want to give to my sister in return.
Yeah, sorry.
Harvest a handful of vegetables from the plants and take them to her, would you? I know I ought to do it myself, but these crops won't tend themselves. Anyway, tell her I've come and visit soon. My guess is either father or brother. And yeah, the ones in town are way far away.
Yeah. Or you mean the 2 things north of us?
Yeah.
That's not in town, that's the train station.
We'll hit it on the way back.
Yeah.
From the other quests.
Okay. But yeah, that's the train station. Depot.
I think they're mad at us.
They live to be mad at people. Or maybe they just don't like technocrats.
Maybe I should have gone with Urza. She's a lot more sneaky sneak.
Yeah.
She's a lot more sneaky sneak. She's a lot more sneaky sneak. Maybe I should have gone with Urza. She's a lot more sneaky sneak. Maybe I should have gone with Urza. She's a lot more sneaky sneak. She's a lot more sneaky sneak. Welcome back, traveler. But what is that you have there? Fresh veggies.
Nurtured in accordance with Hetsuro agricultural know-how, these fresh, juicy vegetables are ripe and ready to bequeath to a stern sibling.
So fresh and plump, these look delicious. Clearly my sister's been hard at work. I suppose you're wondering why I had you deliver that horn. It came from an old Ronig the bull that recently passed away. Ah!
Kinda thought so.
He was our
That's how she knew
Hesaro.
what it was about immediately. It was the animal's horn.
Yep. It was our Hesaro, one of many creatures we Hesario guidance through seek guidance throughout our lives. My sister and I, our souls were bound together through that Ronig. So too in death, as much as life. One horn I gave to my sister, the other horn I will keep with me. It struck me as a fitting symbol of our connection. I'm sure she understood.
Oh yeah.
She may have moved to Hutzultali, but she's still Hesario. Nothing will ever change that. Anyway, judging by your message...
I don't think she will argue the point.
I hope not. Anyway, judging by your message, I can expect a visit from her any day now. I should prepare a feast to welcome her back home. Thank you, traveler. We sisters are fortunate to have met you, too. And with that, it is 11 o'clock.
Ooh. Well, that kind of snuck up on me.
It did.
The question is, do we think that blue has a chain?
I fear it does.
Okay, then we won't mess with it.
So, let's see, where can we plop down here?
Yeah, all the mats are kind of taken.
I don't think this fellow will mind. It's comfy enough for the night.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Caradon's probably recovering from his game this afternoon.
Oh yeah.
With that said, we will call it a night here. We will be back probably tomorrow afternoon for more FF14.
Mm-hmm.
And as we make our way across the Arizona Southwest,
Oh yeah, I was not expecting this change in genre.
well, they've done it to us before. Yes, he is. With that said, be safe, be well, get a good night's sleep, and we will see you tomorrow afternoon. Hopefully, maybe, if I wake up in time.
That would be
Always a
good.
question.
Yes. Everyone, have a great night. Hope to see you here tomorrow.